Hi everybody, welcome to my final game on the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 beta on the PlayStation 4. This won't be the final video you see about the beta on the channel, because I've obviously recorded loads of content that I'll be releasing, including my review, which will probably be coming out tonight or tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this video, or yesterday or in the past. But I just wanted to record some final thoughts about the beta. And the reason why I've chosen this map, Grozny Raid Domination 10v10, as the final game was because I think this epitomises everything that's really good about the new COD Modern Warfare 2019. I don't do particularly well in this game. I think I go 12 for 12. I do lead our team, although we do lose because I'm trying to play the objective, capture flags and sort of stuff like that. But the reason why I think this map is pretty good is it's a fairly simple map, even though it's very large. You've got three main lanes down the middle through the sort of the ruined houses. On the left, in the open battlefield area with the trenches. On the right, there's again some more houses you can go through. But there's space, and even though it's 10v10. You've got room to manoeuvre, and there's plenty of little cut-throughs and little flanks that you can use. I really enjoyed the 10v10 as well. I enjoy having more players on the map. It gives you more feel of you're in a battle, while still retaining that COD core gameplay experience of great gunplay and fast action. If you die, it doesn't matter, and you get straight back into it, and you're back there. I think Domination may well be my preferred game mode of choice if I decide to get this game. I'm still not completely sure, because I'm wavering between Modern Warfare and Ghost Recon Breakpoint as my game of choice for the autumn. I think it's going to end up being Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, because I have enjoyed it, and I think, so with Domination, it forces people to move around. You can't just camp all the time like you can do in Team Deathmatch, and that's kind of what happens in Team Deathmatch. You end up with more campers. Now, it's fine, but with Modern Warfare 2019, it's a more deliberate style of gameplay. You can't rush quite as effectively as you can in previous Call of Duties, and I actually really enjoy this. It makes the game a little bit more like Battlefield. It makes the game a little bit more like Rainbow Six Siege. Now, I know lots of YouTubers out there and other people have said, well, this doesn't feel like Call of Duty. It feels like Call of Duty to me. It feels like Call of Duty Modern Warfare remastered. And I think this particular map, this particular game mode, really shows the game off at its best. I'm using my M41, is it M416? I think, something like that, the first assault rifle you get. And I really enjoy using this gun. I've got my rocket launcher to shoot down drones as they're going overhead, the UAV, just to help my team out. And yeah, I really enjoy this part of the game. So, big plaudits have to go out, I think, to Activision and Infinity Ward for running the beta for so long as well. You've had ample opportunity, especially on the PlayStation, to play this game probably for about 6 days solid if you wanted to. So you can have a really good go, decide whether this is the Call of Duty for you, or maybe maybe it's not. But it's given you enough time to try it out, to really get used to the different style of Call of Duty it is, before deciding whether you want to pre-order or buy it after launch. It's going to be interesting to see whether they sort out some of the problems in the game for launch. The main things for me are the spawns, especially on the smaller maps, especially in Team Deathmatch, can get a bit squirrely. You're not quite sure what's going on where people are. There doesn't seem to be like friendly and enemy ends of the map. It kind of breaks down very quickly into confusion. I think they need to brighten up the interiors of buildings, because when you're going from the outside to the inside, it's very difficult. Well, you open a door and you can't see what's going on inside. In fact, doors are an amazing addition. I love doors. I love that you can just close the door when someone's running behind you, and they're like, oh, You know, they can try and bash through it, but that'll slow them down. You know, and I think you put your gun away, but you bash through a door as well for a fraction of a second. So that's really, really cool as well. I really enjoyed Ground War, the big 32 versus 32 mode. I think that needs a bit of balancing to make it, again, a little bit less chaotic. I think at the moment snipers are overpowered, and as an infantry with an assault rifle or submachine gun, you've got to get into the middle of the map, get into the buildings and fight that way. If you're sort of running around the map on the outside with an AR, say with a scope on it and a rocket launcher, trying to take out enemy armour, chances are you're going to get sniped again by someone sitting inside a building looking through a darkened window. I think what they need to do, I don't know whether they would do it just for the ground war mode, but just change it to headshots only and one-shot kills, because that one-shot kill to the upper body is just too powerful, and it makes the game a little less frustrating. And the other thing I'd like to see as well in ground war is the ability for someone in the squads, because you automatically get put into a squad, for someone in that squad to be the leader, for them just to mark out objectives. It doesn't have to be complicated, very simple system. Just copy battlefield. Right, our next objective is A, you know, attack or defend, that sort of thing, and that would add a lot to the game. But I think the speed of ground war is fantastic. You know, they've done away with the slow respawn time you get in Battlefield games. They've got rid of a lot of the things that, although sometimes can be interesting and might lead to a little bit more tactical play in Battlefield, take away from the gunfighting. You know, things like revives. You don't need a revive because you could spawn in so fast. The things like building, they haven't bothered with destruction, which means that the game can run really well, and they have these fantastic interiors. So that's been really good. I've really enjoyed gunfight as well, the 2v2 mode. Not so much in the last half of the beta, because we've only had the OSP version, the on-site procurement version, where you have to pick up your guns, and I'm not quite as fond of that. I like the one where it's like gun game, where it swaps between different guns as you're playing. But what I'll do now is I'll just leave you with the footage playing of Graz and Array Domination on the PlayStation 4. And just want to say, yeah, but thanks to Activision, thanks to Infinity Ward for creating Modern Warfare 2019. I think they're going to have a hit on their hands. I think all the YouTubers and the COD players out there who are moaning and groaning at the moment that it's too slow and this isn't Call of Duty, I think they'll come round, because I think this game and game style will appeal to lots of people who were in Call of Duty for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era of Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, where it wasn't about running around, sliding around corners and jump shotting all the time, where it was a more deliberate style of play. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the full release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. But for now, it's farewell to the beta, farewell to Modern Warfare, and looking forward to seeing you again very, very soon.
Objectives lost. Move in. Allied UAV overhead. Securing Bravo. Holding Bravo. Enemies taking Charlie. Allied UAV overhead. Securing Alpha. They're killing us. Pick yourselves up. Alpha.